Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Make My Food Awesome. I'm Mark Ellen France, your guide to good food.
And I'm Trisha Morrissey.
My sweetheart of science, or my mamacita of mistletoe.
Wow, what an intro.
Yes. Do I need mistletoe to get a little kiss?
No, you don't.
Aw,
there we go.
Thanks. There you go. So anyways, as you guys can see, holidays.
Yes, one of our favorite times of the year.
Exactly. And that starts actually before Halloween and it ends after January 5th.
No, I said extended to May 1st. Didn't we have this
Okay,
discussion
I'm sorry.
before?
So
Yeah,
we're going to be celebrating all year long. So that's absolutely fine. So it includes both of our birthdays.
Right.
Which is good. So yeah, so if you guys are new here, just stumbling across us, and you want to see some really, really, really cool recipes that we're going to be doing, like the one today, which is extra special, go ahead, hit our subscribe button, get our notifications by hitting that little bell, and you can be notified whenever any of these really cool, special, delicious holiday treats come out.
Yep. We would love for you to be part of Team Awesome.
Yes.
And benefit from all the different stuff that we're doing here in the kitchen.
Now, this recipe I've been wanting to do for years.
Yeah, on an episode. So
Exactly.
the time has come.
The time has come. And it's one that I actually, when I first was becoming vegan, I was looking for something that was a good meat substitute for the holidays because I wanted to make something special that I could have, but I could also share.
Right. And it can be featured as your main dish.
Exactly. And so I had stumbled across this YouTuber by the name of the Avant-Garde Vegan, Gaz Oakley, and he did this Wellington using seitan, vital wheat gluten. He also used tons of different berries and herbs and everything. And I tried it, and it was the most delicious thing that I had created for seitan-wise. And it was a great substitute.
And actually, we took, the first time he made it for me, we took it to a friend's house and had a holiday dinner. And it went over really well. So I remember tasting it for the first time. It is very delicious.
And then we had it last year, I know, over at your folks' house for Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to hop into the kitchen and we're going to whip this together. Now, this is one of the more extensive recipes because there's a lot to it and there are a lot of ingredients that go into it. But the end result, we're going to come back and we're going to taste it. And we're going to make you guys have mouth watering and you guys are going to want to just reach through the screen and grab a big chunk of it and take a bite out of it. I know that.
It's worth the effort. Totally worth the effort.
Exactly. So we'll see you in just a moment.
Yep.
To start off, I'm going to begin by prepping 2 leeks. I'm doing a double batch for this recipe, so if you just want to make 1 Wellington, cut the ingredients by half. After trimming the tops and cutting off the roots, we're going to rinse any dirt or debris from our leeks. Now we're going to break down the leeks, cut them into thin strips, and give them a thin chop. Place your chopped leeks into a medium-sized bowl. Next, we're going to peel and dice up 2 medium-sized onions. Once diced, place your onions in the same bowl as your chopped leeks. And then peel and mince up 4 cloves of garlic. Place the minced garlic into the same bowl as your leeks and onions. Now we're going to loosely chop up 1 cup of dried apricots. place your chopped apricots into a blender, and then add in 2 cups of chopped hazelnuts. The original recipe calls for chestnut. Go ahead and blitz everything together until it is well blended, and then transfer it to a small bowl and set this aside. At this time, I'm going to measure out 2 cups of hard apple cider and set this aside. Over a medium-high heat, saute your leeks, onions, and garlic, adding in 2 teaspoons no salt, 2 teaspoons black pepper, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1 teaspoon paprika, half a teaspoon anise seed, 1 teaspoon nutmeg, 2 tablespoons dried sage, and 4 teaspoons dried rosemary. Stir everything together until it is thoroughly mixed, and cook your veggies until they are translucent. Now add in your hard apple cider and stir to combine. Add in 2 tablespoons miso paste and stir to combine before adding in your apricot and hazelnut mixture. This is going to give great texture and taste to our roast. Once combined, allow everything to come to a simmer and cook for about 5 minutes. Now transfer your mixture to a large bowl, and we're going to add in 6 tablespoons of chickpea flour. Mix everything together, and then add in 4.5 cups of vital wheat gluten. You may need to add the vital wheat gluten in batches to make it easier to combine. At this time, turn out your mixture onto your workspace and begin kneading your dough. At this time, start kneading 1 cup of dried cranberries into your dough and knead for about 10 minutes. Separate your dough in half and begin rolling each portion into a sausage shape. And then set aside. Now, on my cleaned cutting board, I'm going to give a generous sprinkle of ground paprika, ground black pepper, cayenne pepper, ground cinnamon, dried rosemary, anise seed, ground cloves, and ground nutmeg. Now I'm going to roll each roast in our spices and make sure the ends are coated as well. After our dough is coated, we're going to wrap it up in a piece of cheesecloth, making sure the cheesecloth is tightly bound around our dough. I'm going to use butcher's twine to tie up the ends, and then place it into a baking pan. Now I'm going to add in 2 bay leaves I'm going to smash up and add in 2 cloves of garlic, 1/2 of a red onion quartered, 1 lemon halved, 1/2 of an orange quartered, 'several torn sage leaves, 2 sprigs of rosemary, some fresh thyme, 2 cups of vegetable stock, 1 8-ounce bottle of hard apple cider, and 1 tablespoon of miso paste. Now we're going to place our roast into a 350-degree preheated oven. Set your roast on a rack in the middle of the oven and bake for 1 hour. At that time, you're going to turn your roast over, making sure to not burn yourself on the hot liquid. Now place them back into the oven for another hour. Once your roasts are baked, remove them from the oven. Flip them over. And then we're going to place them on a cooling rack. Your roast should be firm to the touch. At this time, cut off the butcher's twine and carefully cut the cheesecloth from one end to the other, making sure to not cut too deep into your roast. Remove the cheesecloth and allow your roast to cool. If you're preparing a double batch, you can freeze one of your roasts and use it at a later time. There we go. 2 beautiful roasts. While our roasts cool, I'm going to mix together 1 tablespoon maple syrup, 1 tablespoon almond milk, and 1 tablespoon extra virgin olive oil. Whisk together until they are thoroughly combined and set your mixture aside. Now I'm going to place 1 sheet of puff pastry onto my cutting board and, using a rolling pin, I'm going to roll the pastry out to about 3 millimeters in thickness, making sure it's large enough to cover our roast. Once rolled out, place your roast in the center of your puff pastry. Now go ahead and spread a thin layer of homemade cranberry sauce onto your roast. You can use store-bought if you need to. Once the roast is coated, cut equal-sized slits in the pastry on both sides of the roast and brush your pastry with the maple syrup wash. This will help the pastry adhere to itself as you wrap the roast. Now gently begin wrapping your roast by crisscrossing your sliced portions of puff pastry. If your puff pastry sticks to your cutting board, gently release it with the help of a knife. Continue to crisscross the puff pastry until you get to the end. Cut off any excess and use that to cover any openings on the ends. Transfer your Wellington to a baking sheet covered in foil, and then brush on the remainder of your maple syrup wash. Once coated, place your Wellington into a 400-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes or until the pastry is golden brown. Now, in a saucepan over medium-high heat, melt a quarter cup of vegan butter and then add in 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Whisk together your roux and allow the flour to cook down a bit. Next, strain the juices from your roast pan into your saucepan. Try to get as much juice from your cooked fruit into your gravy mixture. Stir together and then whisk in 2 cups of low-sodium vegetable stock. Whisk together and simmer until your gravy reduces by half. Add in some no salt and pepper. Whisk together and then give it a quick taste. Perfect. Once your Wellington is baked, remove it from the oven and it's ready to serve. I'm going to place our Wellington on a nice serving platter. And there you go, a holiday feast fit for a king and his queen. There we go.
That is beautiful. Look at it all. You can see the cranberries on the inside and all the great ingredients that go into making this vegan roast.
Mm-hmm.
It's very pretty. It's a very dramatic presentation.
And it smells very, very delicious. So,
yes, it does.
Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and dish up. There we go. Put a piece right there. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to put one right like that. For nice. There we go. So we can show over there, everyone, how nice and beautiful that looks.
Very pretty.
And then we're going to go ahead and take this. This is our gravy. I wanted to say
your gravy.
Our gravy. Just drizzle it. Delicious gravy.
Of course, okay.
Got to make it look fancy.
Fancy.
Okay. So,
okay.
My mouth is watering, and I just want to dig in. So, all right.
Yep. Go.
Jeez, slow down, honey. It's not like you didn't eat earlier.
What? Just trying to get a little bit of everything in here. Okay.
Yeah, you're leaving behind some of the best part. So I've got everything on there. Mm-hmm.
It has the meat chew sensation to it. And then you can taste all of your different ingredients in there. And the pastry is flaky and light.
You can even get some of that apple cider, the hard apple cider. There's a little hint of the apple in there. A little bit. But then you've got the citrus taste, especially with the gravy, because it is a citrus gravy.
That's good. And that, like I said, it's worth the work, and you can make it ahead of time. How many days ahead of time could you make the roast itself?
You could do probably about a week. Make the roast, wrap it up, stick it in the fridge. Or if you even wanted to freeze it, you could freeze it for a while, pull it out, thaw it out, and then go ahead and just wrap it up.
About room temp.
Yeah, you
And
want to
then
have it room temp.
wrap it with your pastry, and then you can put it in the oven. That's really good.
I'm getting
Totally
a nice,
worth it. I know you guys want to try this. This is
So-
amazing.
Yeah, I know, and I'm trying it.
For the, I don't know, that's not your first time. But anyways, now, like we've said before, if you didn't want to put the cranberries underneath, you could probably mix it up with garlic and mushroom maybe,
Yep.
or
You could
nuts.
do something like your traditional Wellington, and make the spread on there to put between the actual roast and the puff pastry, or you could just leave it off.
Right.
Or you could do something, since there's apricots inside there, make an apricot spread. Whatever you want to do, and experiment with it. Try it out.
Yeah,
Then-
make it your own for
yeah.
sure. And like I said, it's worth the work for sure.
I'm gonna have one more little piece because it has this gravy on it.
And he likes his gravy.
Now this with some stuffing, and you put
You mean dressing?
dressing. Yes, I'm sorry.
I was corrected last time
Yes.
when I said that.
But if you were to take and put stuffing in something like this, maybe. But anyways, you take this, you put your dressing on top, and you put a roll.
Why are you looking at me like
You put a roll. You put some mashed potatoes. Put a little bit of cranberry sauce, and then you drizzle that.
the gravy? Okay. Well, that could be Thanksgiving or Christmas leftovers type of thing. No?
That happens on the day off.
Oh, okay. Everybody can eat it however they want.
Yes, but
Let's
I
just
have
say that.
I know some people who they don't like their foods touching.
Right.
Me, there's certain things like this. Throw it all together.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
Great
have
flavors.
to, you can eat it however you want, enjoy your meal however you like, but this is definitely, you have to try it at least once.
Now, something else that I do like to do is you can take it, you can cut a nice section off of this, and just like you would do with stuffing, you could put a little bit of vegan butter, a little bit of oil in the pan, and you can fry each side, and you could use it in a sandwich, which is something nice for
Yeah, you could make,
afterwards.
Whatever with slice you wanted. Yeah, you could do that for sure.
Look at that! You got nice, beautiful cross sections.
Yes, well done, hon.
Thank you
It is
very
very
much.
dramatic presentation. So
Yes.
it's very
So,
nice. For the
If
holidays.
you guys want more recipes like this, come back. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell, get all of our notifications, and share with all your friends and family, and then you'll get all the cool recipes for this and so much more.
Right.
Or you can go over to www.makemyfoodawesome.com, join up, get our newsletter,
Right.
and share with your friends and family.
Yeah,
So-
we would love for you to be part of Team Awesome for sure.
Big shout out. Yes, we did change it to Gaz Oakley though for originally making this. We did make our little tweaks like we did, and big shout out to everyone who is a member of Team
Team
Awesome.
Awesome.
So we hope you guys have a great holiday season, and check back with us very, very soon and become a member of Make My Food Awesome.
Team Awesome.
So
All right. Well, we'll see you soon.
yes, we will. You guys take care.
Happy holidays.
Bye.